This week on Not Another Shooting Show.
Rangemaster, I need to change guns. Why? What's wrong with it? It's not vibing anymore.
You're like watching the gun instead of the target.
I actually shot my Beretta today a little bit. Today? A little bit.
Today?
He's Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson. I did hit record on all the things, and this is Not Another Shooting Show. We go to Ceres, California, where a Ceres police officer assigned as a school resource officer at Blaker Kinzer Junior High School sustained a gunshot wound from her own service weapon.
Oh, no.
This happened on June 24th. The wound was not life-threatening and no others were injured. At the time of the incident, summer school had concluded for the day, and only a limited number of students and staff remained on campus on Kinzer Road. No students or staff members were in close proximity to the officer when the incident occurred. Officer Salen Krim was in the parking lot of the school at 12:50 p.m. when her holstered firearm discharged due to what was called a suspected malfunction. It is not known what type of pistol it was. She was transported to a nearby hospital for treatment. This is the second time that Officer Krim was injured while on duty. Back in 2024, she was stabbed in the arm by a man named Alexander Yepes Ortega, who seconds later was shot and killed by police. So,
Nice.
Unfortunate. It doesn't have a lot of details, just says she was in the parking lot when her holstered firearm discharged. That's all it says. So
Yeah, at least it was non-life-threatening.
it was. Yes. Okay. Anyway. So welcome to Not Another Steven Show.
Woo!
This was Jeff's idea.
What?
To shit on Steven when he's not here to defend himself, and I'm here for it.
To kick a man while he's down, that has never been
Well,
a thing.
he's sure a god of shooting when he's shooting against me, except if it's at a major match.
Yeah, Steven's got the shooty part practice down. Now we need to get that mental side down.
Yeah.
Because Steven, Boobala, Bud, guy, 30-something deltas. Let's pull this up right now.
In 20, they had 20 stages at Nationals, right?
In 20 stages, he shot 35 deltas, 9 mics, and 1 no-shoot. He ran it as fast as the top as Eggleston. So props for keeping up with Eggleston speed wise. But 36 deltas or 35 deltas, bruh.
That's a lot. Ben Eggleston finished 30th.
Steven finished 142nd.
I hadn't looked for names of people I know. Hunter Constantine was 56th.
Yeah, he had some mag issues. Something
Oh,
about
did he?
MBX mags followers getting tied up in the gun or something like that. So, yeah, that was interesting.
I didn't. Tanfo Timmy was there. I must have gone past him. I didn't see his name. He must have been up higher.
He was?
He was there.
Oh, yeah. He was.
He was
94th.
94th. Okay. So Eggleston had himself a pretty good match. Then I would take it.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at all things considered, like I don't know how it went, but 30 out of 400. That's pretty fucking good.
yeah.
Like I don't like when you see a percentage. The percentage is the thing that matters. The rank doesn't matter as
Right.
much when you're talking about 400 people
Right. And
in a match.
well, and like Isaac Lockwood isn't a terrible shooter, and Tom Castro is only 2% above Eggleston. Like, he's a pretty good shooter. Like,
Well, another thing too, if you look at Christian Seiler, he put 4.5% on Brantley Merriam.
who put
Over
2% on JJ.
Yeah, over 6% on JJ, over 7 on John Vlieger, over 8% on Jay Beal.
Yep. So, like, Christian's kind of good at this sport.
He's kind of good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Christian in there, and I'm going to edit shooter,
DQ
and
his ass.
DQ. Okay. Not because I want to DQ him. It's just so what would the percentages be without him as the number one shooter in the match? Like, let's say he had appendicitis and couldn't shoot. Okay.
Yep.
So now your Brantley Merriam is tops overall. JJ is at 98%. Okay. And then we go down to 29 where Ben Engleston is. Now he's at 89%.
Right.
So, like, yeah. That Siler kid's pretty good.
Yeah. No, and so getting back to shitting on Steven because
I forgot. That's what was this was the point.
You're right. This is what we're here to do. Buddy, Boobala. You got to slow down and get your hits.
No, never.
Just keep shooting like an asshole until your skill catches up.
There's in between. There's a thing in between. It's not slow down and get your hits or shoot all, or it's not shoot. It's not shooting like an asshole or slow down and get your hits. It's somewhere in the middle. And something in the middle would be better than what it ended up being.
Right. Well, and I'm shitting on him from the comfortable seat of the dude who did not shoot 20 stages over 3 days. And
yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, I trained this morning and shot like a fucking asshole and was basically turning money into noise. Like, it was basically worthless for me to be out there. So I'm giving him shit because he's my buddy, but like, I wanted him to do better because I see his potential and like his ability, and I'm like, bro, if we can get you to shoot majors like you shoot locals, you would be a competitive GM. But he shows up to majors and shoots it like a fucking asshole. and it's like he trains to failure. He trains to like, okay, here's where the wheels fall off. But nationals is where you're supposed to keep the wheels on. Like,
yeah, you can't let the wheels like just shoot. Just shoot as fast like to rip off Steve Anderson. Shoot at the speed of your sight and no faster.
Yep.
Just do the things.
That's what you should do at nationals, area matches, and and like your more important section matches. Like, I can totally see if you're at a section match and maybe your first stage of the day you smoke a no shoot and you're like, you know what, fuck today. But like, figure out which matches you want to take seriously, and at those matches, take off 5%, take off a couple percent of your like go fast speed, and collect alphas. Just go at your speed. Like, not even take it off your go fast speed. Like, if you are like, I'm going to just rip off Steve Anderson left and right. If all you're thinking about is speed, that's all you're going to get. Right.
Just shoot as many alphas as you can at the speed you have trained yourself to. Like, the speed should just be there unless you have a plow problem. Like, you just aren't unhooking the plow, like you're shooting too slow. That's different. Because I've gone like back and forth. Like, I was going too fast for a while. And at this most recent match, I was going the right speed. I was just shooting. I was just going back to just shoot the things. And that was all going okay. Like, my points were better than they had been. I was just screwing up stage excuse me, I got a little burp there. Stage execution stuff. And then I bumped a safety on, also kind of screwed me over. But like when I go to a major that I'm not working, like Cornhusker, Great Plains, like, I'm not planning on doing well. That's me putting in work. I'm performing a service. Yeah, I'm shooting a match. Yeah, I want to do well, but those aren't matches I take super seriously. When I shoot Free State this year, I'll take that pretty seriously. Like, I'll train up for that. Area 3, clearly I'm not going to plan to shoot well at that match. But as soon as that's over, if the stars align and I can get all my vacation and whatnot worked out, I plan to shoot Race Gun Nationals, and I want to do as well as I can. Like, I don't want to do what I did when I went to Production Nats 4 years ago and just completely shit myself.
Right.
You know, I never shot a good major before that either. So
Right. Well, and
that
like,
kind of compounded it.
yeah, and to your point about like being a match director for Area 3 or being match staff at least is like because Todd joked about this with Cornhusker when he was the match director for it, he just kind of walked up to like the 4 stages he thought would be fun to shoot, and he shot them, and that was all he did that day. He did not show up he did not try to participate, he did not try to do well. He was just like, fuck it, like I think this stage would be fun, blat, and then went and took his gun off because fuck it, like you're not, when you run a match you're not going to shoot well. But one of the things that Steven's performance, like his mental game is strong as fuck because, and again, I don't mean this as like a direct like fuck you insult, but recovering from a disaster stage is tough. Recovering from a disaster day is even tougher.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that he didn't have a disaster day at this match. Like with 9 mics and 35 deltas, he wasn't having the greatest time of his life. How do you recover from a disaster stage? Or do you?
Here's the thing though, usually when it's so hard. I'm not good at recovering from a disaster stage. What I usually end up doing, if I have a bad stage, let's say it's just at a club match. If I have a bad stage, I tend to shoot the rest of the day well without doing anything consciously about it. Because I know, like, if I fuck up one stage at a 5-stage local, like, I'm not winning that day.
Right. Yeah.
Usually. You know, if you throw a mic on one stage, like, that's probably going to do it. Unless it was a mic on a target that everybody's struggling with, you know. Or if the stages happen to be particularly hard on a given day. Outside of that, like, yeah, I just try to shoot the next stage. I am better about just, okay, I'm going to shoot the next stage and I'm just going to shoot it. I'm going to do the things. I'm going to make it fun. After I have a bad stage, I'm just going to like, okay, this is fine. Like at the most recent club match I shot, the first stage was just that quick double bill drill, like 6 reload 6 on 2 targets.
Yep.
You know, just super fast burner stage. And I actually shot it a little conservatively. My draw was actually on a 5-yard target was over 1 second. Usually I try to burn those down, but it's first stage of the night. You know, I was setting up the match. So I was running around. I ran to the safe table, threw my gun in my holster, and came back to the bay. Like I didn't practice draws or anything. So I had literally 0 warm up other than whatever draws I did. And so I was just like, just draw it well, shoot fast, shoot as many alphas as you can on that close target, reload. And then I wasn't trying to shoot fast on the 10-yard target. I just shot alphas or I tried to shoot alphas. And I think I had 3 Charlies on that stage and I won the stage. You know, I just shot it. I won the stage. It was good. Next stage was when I didn't reload when I should have reloaded. And then when I did reload, then the gun didn't fire because I bumped the safety on. So I had a little bit of a disaster stage there. And that thing, you know, if I'm going to just like beat the Steve Anderson drum here, let's beat the Steve Anderson drum.
Yeah.
I remembered a thing he has said many times in the past is pre-accept the results of the match.
Yes, that is. I do agree with him there. Is people have asked me, they're like, hey, why are you so calm? I'm like, because Lane is going to win. I don't have to worry about it. Lane already won.
Well, and not even so much that. It's just whatever the score is, the score is.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like, that's not what he's saying. It's like, oh, you're going to lose. That's not a Steve Anderson thing. Like, that would be a negative self-image imprint that you should never put in your brain.
Oh.
Okay. No, it's just like, my score is what it will be. Like, I have already accepted, like, I'm going to have some good, I'm going to have some not so good. And whatever that is what it is. And actually, that was my mentality going to that match. And that's why it took until the 4th stage when I thought I did poorly and it turned out it wasn't that bad. You know? And it kind of helped with the first few stages that did not. The first stage went fine, but the second and third ones did not go well, and I don't know. I'm talking in circles about this. I don't really have a good answer for how do I deal with it. I just try to like keep my head in the match. Just shoot alphas. Shoot alphas. The answer to most problems: shoot alphas. Right.
So for me, it depends on the problem that made the stage a disaster. So
yeah,
at Cornhusker, I had a disaster stage. I forgot a target. The unfortunate part for me was I forgot a target on stage 4, so my next stage was stage 5. And anyone who shot Cornhusker understands why the fear of forgetting a target probably took 2 or 3 seconds off my time.
You shot 5 like a bitch.
I shot it like a fucking bitch. Like I think I threw 5 shots at my last target. Like I was so not confident.
I threw 9 at the last target, but I was putting on a show by that time.
And so
I was just trying to entertain.
Right. And so figuring out being able to recover from a disaster stage is a skill set, because disaster stages mean different things. You were talking about your guy from your local match where he shot like a bunch of Charlies, a Delta, and a Mike, and was still not that far away from you because he just ran it like a motherfucker.
Because he was 4 seconds faster on a long stage. Yeah.
Right. And so a Christian Seiler disaster stage still keeps him competitive in the match. So he's got to go, okay, we fucked that up. Why did we fuck that up? So one of the other infamous disaster stages for me was Area 3 2 years ago. They had the swinging plate on Bay 1. I required like 7 shots. It would have been a better move for me to abandon the target and take the miss than stand there and do what I did. And I walked off the stage, and my friend Michelle from MW Activewear was like, hey, and I was like, I need to go. Pout.
I need to have a tantrum. Leave me alone.
Right.
I'll be back.
I went to the parking lot, and I didn't go full like about to be banned from the sport, but I definitely was. The self-talk was not positive.
Yeah.
It was motherfucker, get your fucking shit together. Like, God damn it. And at that match, I was able to go, okay, we left that there.
We left it in the parking lot.
Right. Off to the next one. And the next stage, I shot fine.
Yep.
Because I was able to leave it there.
I guess I've done that before, too, where it's just like, there's nothing you can do about a past performance. It's in the past.
Right.
Just do the next one good.
Well, and again, it's always the thing that the reason for the disaster changes your reaction. Because another great one, and I know you've had this happen, when your gun malfunctions, like gives you a double feed or whatever, you go through the entire next stage going, please don't double feed, please don't double feed, please don't death jam, please don't death jam.
Yeah.
And you're not even focused on the shooting, you're just so focused on the please,
you're basically you're instead of shooting, you're praying.
Yeah, you're like watching the gun instead of the target, like, oh, you're in battery? Okay, you're in battery? Okay. Like, and it will, like, the confidence you lose when your gun takes a shit on you is remarkable. Like, it's almost to the point, and this is where having a lot of guns is a good thing. You almost kind of want to go, I'm going to go get another one. I need to just go get another one because this one has lost its vibe for the day. And like, it can, depending on your ability to be like, okay, that was stage 4 of 10. We're on stage 7, blah, 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 blah. But it can also kind of just sit in your mind that you're kind of going bang, bang, and you go to the next position, you look at the gun instead of your next position because you're like, okay, we're in battery. Okay, go to the next spot. So recovering from the shit is hard because at the end of the day, most of the time, if you have a disaster stage, your day is done. Like you're done. You whatever level you thought you were going to be at that day, you're not. But you do need to have the moral integrity to be like, okay, that was a bad one. Let's go to the next one. and get that and wait till all the scores are posted, then go to Practice Score Competitor and change all of your scores and like see how it would have actually worked out.
Yeah. Range Master, I need to change guns. Why? What's wrong with it? It's not vibing anymore.
Correct. That is the most 2025 answer that there could ever be.
I'm not vibing with this gun today. I need to shoot a different gun.
I feel if I was Range Master, I'd be like, hey, homie, I understand. You go get another gun. Like, let's go.
Well,
what you
really,
actually say
the
is
gun change, consulting the RM, that's really just intended so you're not changing to something
that wasn't checked by, because if you change guns at majors that have a chrono station, you have to go back to the chrono.
That's the main thing. It's not even like, oh, what is there something actually wrong with your gun? I don't think that's a requirement. It's just you have to notify them that you're changing guns so they re-chrono you if you have already chronoed.
And literally all you have to say is a part broke or it's malfunctioning.
Do you even have to do that?
No, I don't. I don't. I've only changed guns when when I had a death jam and I was like, this gun malfunctioned on me. I'm changing. They're like, okay, go back to chrono.
That makes me want to like go shoot free state, and I'll shoot this first stage with a Shadow 2, and then I'll be like, Range Master, I'm gonna gun change. How come? I'm not vibing with my Shadow 2. I want to shoot the TAC Sport now.
I want to see you do it. I'm here for it. It will be slightly different because you're switching actual platforms, whereas I was just switching. Hey, I'm switching from Shadow 2 to Shadow 2, and they're like, go back to chrono, and I'm like, seems redundant, but okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it is a different platform, but it's not drastically different, you know.
Right, but the rule exists because if you took a 3-port comped open gun, blah 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 to chrono, and then they're like, okay, yeah, this thing is totally fine, and then you're like, and now I break out the illegal gun that is for some reason too heavy or lighter or whatever, but. When you have 4 of the same Shadow 2, it does feel slightly redundant to be like, I gotta walk all the way the fuck back over there. Like okay, whatever. But yeah, sometimes the gun needs to be changed out.
Sometimes it just does.
There's one thing from the Nationals that popped up that I was like, oh fuck, and because Stanford Timmy was making the joke about it. Hunter Constantine made the match worth shooting with his belt bounties. So, it makes me want to shoot from concealment.
Yeah. It'll be in Area 3, too.
Because he paid out, I think $16,000 at Nationals.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. It was $3,000 to the winner. Like, whoever got top shooting from appendix. I don't even know if you have to shoot for concealment. I think you just have to be using his belt and shoot from appendix.
Yeah, I don't think you have to cover it. Because I think one of the Williams sisters was shooting from appendix.
Yeah, she won third. Well, she won third place, which was $1,000, and then she also won High Lady, which was $1,000. Which, Jesus Christ, I would like to make $2,000 on a match.
Yeah, I never thought of that. I'm not going to win that money, but yeah, that's sort of kind of interesting, and it's a way to bring money into the match that's not people still want to win, right? Well, because if Glock came Jesus Christ, I'm just thinking about it. If M&P was like, hey, the highest M&P is going to get $1,000 and a new gun. I guess who's shooting a motherfucking M&P at the next match? Yeah, because nobody's shooting M&Ps.
right. But if
not nobody, but very few.
Very few. But if that was a standing bounty.
Oh wait, Scott Arnberg won the $1,000 and the new gun.
Right, and guess who's going to at the next fucking match? I guarantee someone's going to be borrowing one of my fucking M&Ps to try to be the high M&P at the fucking match.
Yeah, I'll shoot my Shield Plus.
Yeah, that is a great way to get people to actually buy your fucking guns. Of oh, I have to buy a $400 gun and set it up and then go shoot the match. Okay, cool. People literally, why is Glock, Beretta, all those motherfuckers not doing that? Because hey, whoever's the high Glock,
they don't. Well, Glock doesn't have to because they're selling shitloads no matter what.
True, totally understood.
Yeah,
but it is one of they're giving you $2,000 and fucking shit. If it was hey, high M&P gets a brand new 5-inch M&P, I'd fucking shoot it for a new gun.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Like, it costs them $58 to make or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
whatever it costs them. It costs them nothing to make those guns. Like, I know the
Right.
Glocks are, like, even the markup that they have for cops, they're making like 100%
Yeah.
or something like that. Anyway.
Right.
Patreon.com/not another shooting show. Oh, you're getting a lot of the milk for free on this one because Jeff wouldn't shut up. It's only $3.57 a month, and you'll get all of the rest of this episode, which will include things like what's more important, your gun or your breakfast pizza from Casey's and a poop?
The most important
thing. And impulse buys from email. I made one today. I can't decide if I was smart or really dumb. It was one or the other. That and much, much more, and probably juicier stuff. I just don't have a great tease all queued up for you. So patreon.com/not another shooting show. It is only $3.57 a month.